It's that one right there.
Right here. It's this gray house right here, guys. That is the last house that Edyth Warner lived in
Right.
here on campus.
This is the only outstanding case, murder or missing person, in the history of the university. All others have been solved.
We are here at the NMSU campus in Las Cruces.
We do know that Edyth was actually attending classes here at New Mexico State University. Initially, did you guys suspect possible foul play, or did you think that her husband's story that she just walked away with Nicholas was the truth?
But I went down there and he was cleaning out the camper. I go, that's weird.
Both Edyth and Nicholas
Definitely disappeared that night.
We've read through the case file, but your information stood out the most for us. They don't know what happened to that 11-year-old boy back in 1991 that was enrolled as one of their students. So Nicholas, the son who's missing, is not the biological son of Henry.
No, I don't think so.
No, he's not.
Ronald Smith, I'm the father of Nicholas Smith.
Back in the day, we have information that he was afraid of his stepfather.
For more, why we couldn't get a hold of him. We kept on calling him every day, every night, and still couldn't get a hold of him.
You say we don't know if a crime was committed, but law enforcement had probable cause to believe that it did, because they came here and processed this house with aluminum.
If that did happen, where's Edyth and where's Nicholas? You don't think she just walked away and she's living?
She wouldn't have left the baby.
60 yards from the roadway. So that way we can plot it actually.
I don't know. Maybe I just feel like he just did something to both of them. I just feel it.
Makes me feel sad.
We need to find Edyth and Nicholas. Hey everyone, I'm Crystal. I was a TV news reporter and anchor for more than 15 years, covering stories of remarkable people, tragedies that turned into heartbreak, and stories that are now part of history. But there are some stories that just stick with you. How many missing persons cases do you believe you have? Every year, tens of thousands of people are listed as missing. So I called in the expertise of my longtime friend, retired detective, now private investigator Lewis.
I really don't believe that. There's no evidence behind it.
Together, we're diving into cases that sit untouched for years. I feel they focus too much on him.
I think so.
And it may not have been him the whole time. And hitting the road. Farmington, here we come. Along the way, we'll talk to those left behind.
She was wonderful. She was my older sister.
Something feels missing.
Just went home.
Something's not right.
And to those who were part of the investigation.
I mean, the same dog found burnt remains.
All in hopes of uncovering new details. He has never been interviewed by police.
That's the person that I think did it.
To give families some closure as we go beyond the case. 3-2. Hey everyone, welcome back to Beyond the Case. I'm Crystal.
Hello everybody, I'm Lewis.
Tonight we're covering a bizarre case that rocked a New Mexico university.
We are investigating the disappearance of Edyth Warner and her 11-year-old son, Nicholas Smith.
That's right, the mom and son vanished from the campus housing at New Mexico State University.
Edyth and her son disappeared back on February 23rd of 1991 in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Now, there is conflicting stories as to who reported them missing first and what happened the last time she was seen.
That's right, Crystal. In this 4-part series, we're going to unravel the moments before and after Edyth and Nicholas disappeared, who saw them last, and what he says happened.
Now, there are so many twists and turns in this case, to include claims of missing money, a bloody handprint that would surface years later, and even a vacant piece of property that the initial detectives didn't even know existed. But we're going to start at the beginning. Here's part 1.
I've imagined this moment about 1,000,000 times, and I know it's been said that a change never.
So we are just getting to Las Cruces. This is the last known place where Edyth Warner and her son Nicholas were.
Back in 1991, when they just allegedly walked away from the house on a Saturday morning.
So here's what we do know about Edyth, though, that she was a mom of 2,
Yes.
right? Nicholas was her son from a previous marriage.
Yes.
Nicholas was supposed to be visiting his father.
Ronald Smith in
Right.
California.
Not that long after their disappearance. And that's how Nicholas's biological father got involved in the search, because he's like, where are they?
And Edyth's father and he had a great relationship that they actually drove to New Mexico from California to help search or look or ask about their missing loved ones.
My name's Ronald Smith. I'm the father of Nicholas Smith.
It's been a long time since you've been to New Mexico.
It just brings it back and get. Makes me feel sad. It's been since 91.
What was so significant in that year that really changed your whole life?
We were supposed to get Nick for the summer, coming for the summer or spring break, I think, to come to California, and he never got on the airplane. So we called his house, and he told me that they're not there, and they just walked away and went down to see a friend. Then we started looking for more. Why we couldn't get a hold of him. We kept on calling him every day, every night, and still couldn't get a hold of him. So we figured out something was going wrong. So we called the police department, and they went over. I guess they went over and checked on him, and then Henry told them that they left and hadn't came back. So we went to Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Who went to Las Cruces with you?
My ex-father-in-law, Randall DeWeese.
How many days after you found out Nicholas was missing did you make that trip to New Mexico?
Well, we didn't know. Really didn't know he was missing until we got down there, And Henry was surprised to see us when we knocked on his door. Now Randall knew I was really mad and everything. He advised me to stay in the car, so I stayed in the car. And he went up there, and Henry was real surprised to see Randall come up the door, knock on the door, and that he wouldn't let him in the door. He wouldn't let him see Andrew, his grandson. He wouldn't let him. And he said, well, I'm studying for a test and everything, and I ain't got time to talk to you. So he shut the door. Henry is the one that told Randall DeWeese that they walked away and then they never came back. And at one time she told her that she was on her way to California. But I don't know how she made it, because she left the car, she left her purse, left the child support check that was laying on the table, left all that stuff. And And I don't see how she would have been on the way to California when she didn't have none of that stuff with her.
What was the last thing you said to Nicholas?
Well, I when we took him out, took him to the airport and everything, and I really didn't want to see him go, and I told him I love you very much and everything, and I'll see you next time we come up here. But I didn't know this stuff was going to happen the next year. I wasn't really used to being away from him. When he comes out, he never did want to go home or anything like that, because he got treated bad with Henry, you know, because he didn't like him. And one time or another, he woke him up in the middle of the night and everything. He said, "I don't care how far your father lives from you. I want you to get out of here, walk, get out of here." I told my son I wouldn't tell, you know, but I had to tell him. And I don't think he ever hit him or anything, or he might have pushed him around and everything, but Edyth wouldn't let him do that.
If your son Nicholas was harmed, what did that person take from you?
He took everything. I do think about him, you know, how if he was murdered, how he died, if he knew if he was going to die, how he felt, or what if he's screaming or anything like that. Goes through my head all the time. And then I'm just sad that I couldn't have done anything about it. But to me, I don't think he's alive. Otherwise, he would have got in touch with me a long time ago. He did call the cops on her, so she stole some coins.
I love the story, but I love punching holes in those stories more. We are here at the NMSU campus in Las Cruces.
We do know that Edyth was actually attending classes here at New Mexico State University.
This is the campus where she last lived with her son.
Both of her sons.
Right, both of her sons, and
But
her husband.
Only Nicholas is missing.
Yes.
Here on the New Mexico State University campus, there are dorms that single people can live in, but they also have family housing. So let's head there now, and you'll be able to get the feel of how close these families lived.
It's that one right there.
Right here. It's this gray house right here, guys. That is the last house that Edyth Warner lived in.
Right.
Here on campus. But I wonder if people here know that a mother and a son went missing from this neighborhood.
Possibly murdered in that residence.
There was a lot of people here
Yeah.
that heard his story that she did what? Took the money
Took the money, the coins.
from the safe
Right.
and from the bank,
Right.
and then just left.
That the day before, okay, NMSU police came here and dealt with an incident where he called them and wanted to file charges against his wife because she took money from the safe, and she said, yes, I took it. I am giving it to my attorney because I'm divorcing you.
Right.
Okay.
And
So
he called really quick on
he
that
did.
one.
I mean, because he was going, she took 600.
But after she went missing?
7 days. 7 days.
So his claim is that she just took off walking, right?
Right.
With her Nicholas, and that's what happened.
Our witnesses are telling us different. Our family's telling us different.
And she would have taken the car.
There was a car parked in the street, right there where those trash cans are. We do also know is that, not even a couple weeks after her disappearance, he was selling both
Her belongings.
both Edyth's and Nicholas's belongings, and he mentioned to one of the witnesses that whatever he didn't sell, he was just going to give away.
Right. Again, I need to be devil's advocate on this. It could have been a scorned husband who's upset that his wife just left him and left their 3-year-old behind and said, I just need to get rid of this stuff. I don't want any way to remember you. I'm going to get rid of it.
Okay, good point. Scorned husband. He's mad she left. Okay, but there's no indicators that she did.
Here's the thing is we don't know if a crime was committed here, but we do know this was the last place Edyth was seen.
Right.
We do know this was the last place that Nicholas was seen,
Well,
right?
Well, it is. It is.
Somebody knows something,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of ears and eyes in this neighborhood. She even took it upon herself to call law enforcement back years after the disappearance of Edyth. And she said she felt like she had to tell somebody what she saw the day after Edyth disappeared. We've read through the case file, but your information stood out the most for us.
Linda actually lives on the same side of this street, which is about 5 houses down.
3, yeah, 5, 6.
And so I thought, okay, this is strange. But I got the baby and we went inside, and it was daytime. It was daytime when I got the baby. But then it was nighttime. It was late when when the man came back for the baby.
According to Linda, the truck was here.
Yes.
He was working on the bed of the truck. He was cleaning it.
Yes.
There was one interview that really stood out for both Lewis and myself, was the interview of one of the neighbors that was asked to care for the younger child.
In the middle of the night.
Who was the person that asked her to take care of that child?
That was the husband.
And from our recollection, or at least what we've learned, is that he was heading off somewhere because he had to clear his head. Do you remember where he went?
We wish we knew where he went, because that would likely lead to the evidence that we need.
When you went to ask for your money, he was scrubbing the truck.
Mm-hmm. He seemed pissed.
This big piece of evidence here. You say we don't know if a crime was committed, but law enforcement had probable cause to believe that it did, because they came here and processed this house with Lumina.
You don't think she just walked away and she's living?
She wouldn't have left the baby.